Okay, in this lesson, we're going to talk about ratios. So first of all, what are ratios? Well, a ratio is just a comparison between two values. What do I mean by that? Well, suppose that there are 2 times as many girls as boys in a class. Then we say that the ratio of the boys to the girls is 1 to 2. And you pronounce as 1 to 2. And write it as 1 colon 2. Right. Ratio can be written as a fraction. So we can write this ratio A to B as a fraction A over B. Now because we always want to write a fraction in the reduced form, we also write all the ratios in the reduced form as well. Meaning if there are any common factors that can be cancelled, we'd cancel them. With that said, let's look at this example. So suppose that in the Mr. Nepal's math class, there are 8 girls and 20 boys. The first question is, what is the ratio of the girls to the boys? Well, there are 8 girls and 20 boys, so the ratio of the girls to the boys is 8 to 20. Now, of course, this is not in the reduced form. We'll reduce it and write it as 2 to 5. So if I were to divide both 8 and 20 by 4, I get 2 to 5 as the reduced form, because 4 times 2 is 8 and then 4 times 5 is 20. Moving on. Well, what's the ratio of the boys to all the students in the class? Well, to do that, we first need to know how many students are in the total. Well, there are 8 girls and 20 boys, so there are going to be 28 students in the total. So the ratio of the boys to all the students is going to be 20 to 28, which simplifies to 5 to 7. Again, divide both 20 and 28 by 4 to get the simplified version, 5 to 7. Let's look at another example. So suppose that in a class of 48 students, you know the ratio of the number of boys to the girls is 3 to 5. Then, how many girls and boys are there going to be in the class? So, because the ratio of the number of boys to the girls is 3 to 5, suppose that there are 3x boys and then 5x girls in the class for some x value. Now we know there are a total of 48 students in the class, so if I add up 3x and 5x, I should get 48. Well, 3x plus 5x is 8x, so 8x equals 48, which means that x equals 6 by dividing both sides by 8. 48 divided by 8 is 6. So now that we have the value of x, we can figure out the number of girls in the class. Remember, it was 3x before, so I'm going to plug in the x value 6 in here, so 3 times 6, which gives us 18. And then the number of boys is going to be 5x, and then 5 times 6, because x is 6. And 5 times 6 is 30. So there are 18 girls and 30 boys in the class. This is it. Thank you.